This episode is brought to you by lynda.com. Hey, you're watching Swerve on YouTube, and if you haven't seen the title, today I'm going to be showing you how to make lettering from scratch. So I made this freehand in Illustrator with just a pen tool and my mouse. And I know what you're thinking, no way. Yes way. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this from line work to the final product. So let's begin. So a bit of understanding before we move on to creating our lettering. So lettering can easily be broken down into three parts. We've got the weight, the accent, and the style. The weight is basically the thickness of the font or the text, and this can be used in different ways. So I've made it so that the thickness is on the right and the left, and in the middle we've got a thin kind of weight. And that's just the way I like it. You can experiment, make it thick at the bottom and thin on the sides. Whichever way rocks your boat is the way that you should go. And it really contributes to the way the lettering looks. So bear that in mind. The next part is accents. And accents are the little flicks that you add, anything additional that gives it personality. You could say spikes, for example. That's another accent you can add to the text just to make it look more, flamboyant. And the next bit we're going to focus on is style. And the style is basically the way you connect the fonts. A gap could be a style, so bear that in mind. And that's about it for the explanation and understanding. So if I missed anything, just ask me in the comment section below and I'll try and answer it to the best I can. So let's move on to the line work and let's make it look awesome. Alright, so it's time for a quick break. Today's sponsor is lynda.com, and if you don't know about lynda.com, let me first start by saying they're pretty much the best when it comes to learning. Lynda.com are the #1 leading platform for easy and intensive courses. Basically, this means you're getting a ton of tutorials at your fingertips whenever you want, wherever you want. Courses range all the way from animations, photography, video editing, modeling, Photoshop, illustration, typography, and so much more. So why am I telling you all of this? Well, if you check out lynda.com/swerve, you get a 10-day free trial. That's right, unlimited access to all of your favorite courses. So enjoy. And don't forget, that's lynda.com/swerve. So this is what it looks like before the weight, the accent, and the style. It just looks like lines. And this bit's pretty simple. So if you wanted to make a C, you could simply go like this with the line work, and you've got a C. So I just went around like that, making my letters. It's pretty simple. It doesn't have to be too clean, but make sure it looks like you can understand it. So what I'm going to do first is take you through the first 3 sections, and I'm going to let you watch the rest just so you get a full understanding of how this is going to work. So I've made a new layer and I've locked the line work, and I'm going to change this to a solid and get my pen tool. And what I'm going to start off with is I'm going to start off with the thin bit down at the bottom, and I'm going to make it thick around the sides like so. So you could start around here, and if you want to reduce this anchor point right here, you can just drag again like that. And what I'm going to do is just go around like so and close it around here. So when you get to the last point, make sure to hold Alt and drag. Alright, so that's the first part of the C. I want to make the bottom bit a bit thicker, so I'm going to make a new section here like so. And basically that's what we're going to do throughout the whole design, just adding sections to make it look perfect. So we're basically adding to the letters to make it look more personalized. And for the flick over here, what I'm going to do is drag like this go over like that. And basically I'm just tracing, but not really tracing, more like, how would I put this? More like making it thicker in areas, or envisioning how it will look when it's finished. So I'm just going to make this curve a bit less aggressive. So I'm going to make it a bit smoother by going like that. And because I've done that, I need to make the bottom replicate the curve that I just made there. So I'm going to make it a bit curvy. Perfect. And there's going to be some little adjustments that you're going to make. Like, let's say this bit's a bit wonky, so I'm just going to fix that curve. Perfect. And you just keep on going around till you find it satisfactory. And for this flick, I'm going to just go like this. So all we're doing is interpreting how we want the design to look at the end. So I want this to be a bit thicker, and I'm going to make it thicker. Alright, so I want to move it in a bit, so I'm just going to select that section over here. And it's really flexible when you're trying to move things around. Works really well. And at the end we can just merge it all together just to make it look really nice. For this section, it's just going to be a little drag, square it off. Actually, let's start off from here. So I'm just going to start like that, go somewhere around here. So just follow what I'm doing and it should turn out how you want it. Alright, so I'm going to start that again. So I'm going to make a middle point and then a point around here. And then I'm just going to create another middle point and close it off like that. And you can basically round off the edge. Yep, that's looking really nice. So you just go around adding emphasis to each individual letter. Alright, so this is the last section I'm going to show you, and the rest you're going to watch me do very slowly, but there's going to be music in the background, so I hope you enjoy that as well. Alright, so last section. Actually, I should have started from the bottom. So I'm just going to make this bit thick. I think I'm going to start it from here. Go around like this. Yeah, that's perfect. And then I'm just going to go around like that. So I'm going to make it thicker on this side, and on the other side I'm going to make it less thick. Oh yeah, hold Alt and drag. And I'm going to make the bottom bit thicker. So I'm going to start from this area. Just make it thicker. Perfect. Alright, so for this bit, get my pen tool. And I'm just going to make it not as thick as the other side. Just the way I like it. Alright. Perfect. And I'm going to make the other side a bit thicker, so let's do this. Alright, so I think it's picking up speed, definitely. And I'm just going to make a little curve just to fix that little dink. And there's a bit of imperfection here, so I'm just going to fix that as well. So as you can see, we've got extra pieces, just pieces and pieces over more pieces, and it really creates substance. And as I said before, it makes it really flexible to change later on if you want to add some bits or change some bits. Alright, so I'm just going to curve this bit off. Alright, so for the rest, I'm not going to talk as much, and I just want you to enjoy the music and just watch what I'm doing as I do it.
I'm a bust up in the club with no guest list. Them other artists, I keep them all restless. I'm a bust up in the club with no guest list. Them other artists, I keep them all restless. I'm a bust up in the club with no guest list. Them other artists, I keep them all restless. I'm a bust up in the club with no guest list. Them other artists, I keep them all restless. I'm a bust up in the club with no guest list. Them other artists, I keep them all restless. I'm a bust up in the club with no guest list. Them other artists, I keep them all restless. I'm a bust up in the club with no guest list. Them other artists, I keep them all restless. I'm a bust up in the club with no guest list. Them other artists, I keep them all restless.
Alright, so this bit's going to be a bit tricky, and I just wanted to explain how to do this bit. So what I'm going to do is select, actually I've got a better tool for you. If you press Q, it will come up with a lasso tool, and what I want you to do is just go around this section like this, and basically this selects the objects that you need. And what I'm going to do is choose my pointer tool, and I'm going to group it together. So I'm going to go to the Pathfinder, click group, and we're going to drag it over to this side and just match it. So it's really good with in lettering to add some continuity, basically. So if you have an N looking one way, you want the other end to look the same way, and just change a few things. So for this N, I want it to not flick over here. I want it to just end somewhere around here. So what I'm going to do is get the pen tool, and I'm just going to go around this section over here like so. And just cut off this area. Actually, sorry, you need to select both shapes and cut off that area. Alright, so now all I need to do is get rid of a few bits, but before we do that, let's finish off this area. So I'm going to make this bit a bit thicker. And that's looking really nice. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm gonna make it just that thick. And what else do we need to do? Let's see. Alright, so now at this point, what I like to do is get rid of the line work, and that way I can see what I need to add or change or move around just to fix things. So we're going to get our Q tool again and just go around carefully, going between the gap. I feel like such a boss when I do this. Okay. So as you can see, there's a few things we need to change or add. And I see a couple gaps, so we're going to fix that just by going around like this. So we can just go around, start from here. Actually, let's turn on the shape tool quickly, or the tool we had on before. Not the tool, sorry about that, the layer. Okay, so we're just going to go around the layer that we did, just so we can understand how the curve was made. And we're just going to go around like that. Cool. Now we can hide it, and we can just fill in this gap and that gap, and just go around looking for imperfections and just fix it as we go along. Okay. Alright, so this bit needs to be changed. Alright, I'm starting to love this a lot. Okay, so close to finishing. Anywhere else we need to change? Nope. Alright, so all we need to do now is round off some edges. So I'm just going to merge these two together. Go to the point, round it off. And just rounding it off just adds adds the feel of, you know, completion, and it makes it look a bit more friendly. You can make it sharp if you want. I just like it rounded off just to look nice. Okay, so I'm going to round that bit off. And it's starting to look really nice. Really nice. Alright, so I'm going to add some extra bits here. Alright, so lastly, I'm just going to add a few more bits. So I'm going to round it off here. and just add a little flick like so. And we're just going to round that bit off as well. Alright, perfect. And I'm going to get the Q tool again and select this. And just merge it. And what I can do now is move it closer to the O and rotate it a bit. So as you go along, you'll see some bits that you want to change. I think it looks good now. One more bit to fix. This area. Alright, so I'm going to change the color of this to a gold, kind of. Just see how it turns out. I think that looks good. I may need to change a few bits, so I'm going to make this a bit thicker. Yeah. Alright, so I'll just make it thicker like that. Maybe a bit thinner, so let's move this in a bit. Alright, that's better. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with this. Let's just add final touches. I'm just going to make it look like we're doing it for a client and we've, you know, bought the rights for it. Just to make it official. And that is the end of this tutorial. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe and comment, and I'll see you in another video.